Thank you. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Please come to sit comfortably in whatever position feels or looks good for you. If sitting up straight just isn't what you want to do tonight, you can just lay down. We'll be here for just a couple minutes. But if you are seated, let your shoulders drape down your back. Feel your spine nice and tall. Allowing your eyes to close, we'll begin to settle in, starting by feeling the connection your body makes to the floor, this grounding feeling. Especially if you've been spending the entire day or week in your head, it's good to ground into the body, feel that connection to the earth. And feel the entire support of your system growing out of the planet, out of the floor. And so your hips are on the ground, your legs are on the ground, your spine is growing up out of your pelvis. The rib cage branches off of the spine. The shoulders branch off of the spine. The arms hanging off those branches. And the head balances on the top of your spine. Just feel all of that support. Now, we know that we're breathing in through the nose and mouth, and it's going in and out of the lungs that way, but I want you to imagine the breath moving differently than that. Imagine that the breath, or air, if you will, rests in the planet, in the earth, the support beneath you. And as you inhale, imagine that breath coming up through the contact with the floor, through your body to the very top of your head. And at the top of your inhale, stop. And then exhale, feel the breath move back down your body and back into the floor or the earth. So again, inhale, drawing the breath up the body to the top of your head. And exhale, feeling the breath move back down your body. And just continue to see that for just a few more rounds. Breath rising up, breath settling back down. Feeling that groundedness, feeling that support, that connection. Let's do about two more of those breaths. And then with this exhale, release the imagery. And taking a deeper, fuller breath, bring the palms together in front of you and bow the chin and honor yourself as you are in this moment. Body breath, energy and mind. And it's from that place within you that will move tonight. So go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. You can take the heated palms over the eyes, brushing gently over the top of the head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the room around us. Good. And today we're going to begin on hands and knees. So go ahead and come into table pose and we'll get nice and warmed up. Good. And just a reminder of alignment here. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees beneath the hips or slightly further back. With an inhale, look forward with your heart. Feel your tailbone lift behind you. And as you exhale, round your back powerfully. Feel the mid-back reach toward the ceiling. And inhale, drop the heart, look forward, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the back again. And just keep that up. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, rounding the back, beginning to warm up the spine here. And beginning to link your breath and your movement, your action and your intention. I'm just noticing here too, like what feels open in your spine, what's easy to move, and what is the exact opposite, what might feel tight or uncomfortable. Good. Adding on to this, inhale, look forward, tail lifts. Exhale, sink back into child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Please continue. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, releasing back. And up and back. Let's do a few more on your breath. Good. And then inhale up to hands and knees. Please curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips into the air. It's the first down dog of the night, so go ahead and walk it out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor as you bend the opposite knee, feeling length in the legs and your spine. Breathing here. Good. Inhale, float gently back down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale up to hands and knees. And exhale, bend your elbows in towards your waist. Bring your chest down between your thumbs and release your hips back, coming onto your abdomen. Good. The hands are underneath your shoulders, elbows bending and squeezing in towards your sides. We'll play around with cobra and locust pose today. So with your next inhale, go ahead and roll the shoulders down your back, lift your head and your chest. Again, elbows stay bent here. Exhale, release down. Good. Let's turn that into locust pose. Inhale, lift your head, chest, and your legs. Legs lifting too. Exhale, release down. Leaving the legs on the floor, lift your head and chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. With the legs, inhale, head, chest, and legs, locust pose. Exhale, release. Let's do a couple more. Cobra, inhale, just the head and chest. Exhale down. With the legs, inhale, locust pose. And down. One more time for each. Cobra, inhale. And down. Locust, inhale. And down. Good. Take an adjusting breath. Good. And then go ahead and curl the toes under. Go ahead and press the floor forward, coming up to hands and knees, and then lift the hips into the air, downward facing dog. You might have to walk your feet forward a few inches here. Good. Feeling the spine lengthening and down, downward facing dog. Good. And then from here, go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. And let the knees bend slightly here, draping the upper body over the legs. Release the head, shoulders, and arms. Good. With your next inhale, press palms to shins, come halfway up. Chest parallel to the floor, looking down. Exhale, fold down. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, the strong back, lift yourself all the way up. Good. And palms to the heart. Wonderful. Feeling sensation of what we've already started to warm up. We're going to do a little bit more warm up here standing before we go into any sun salutations or anything. So let's just go right into arm swings. This is a three-part inhale through the nose, one powerful exhale out of the mouth with a movement. The movement tonight will be having your feet about hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Inhale back. Inhale up. And then with your exhale, you're going to bend the knees, drop the body down, sweep the arms behind you to inhale, come up for the next round. So that was very slow motion. Fast motion, it's inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. And we're going to go for about 2 minutes. So pace yourself. You do not have to go as quickly or slowly as I'm going. Find a rhythm that works for you. All right. So again, have your feet about hip width apart. We're inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. So as you're ready, inhale up, inhale back, inhale up, exhale, drop. Inhale, 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 Exhale. Feel the full movement of your shoulders up, and back. Nice strong back as you come up. Of course, as you exhale, feeling the belly press into the thighs, clear the lungs. Nice, powerful exhale. The navel pulling in and up. And finding that pace that works for you. We're going to go for about another minute. About 45 more seconds. It's a slow 2 minutes tonight. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Back to standing and release. Whew, feel sensation, your breath rate, your heart rate. Let your breath adjust. Hmm. Feeling a little bit more awake now. Okay, I got out of breath from that one. So we're going to do some marching crunches now. Go ahead and take your hands onto your hips, and then you're going to take your shoulders back. So think about the elbows coming closer together behind you, okay? And the feet underneath the hips, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bring your right knee up, and then place it back down. Left knee up, place it down. Up, down, up, down. And just keep going from side to side. Good. And as you're lifting the knee, however high it goes, start to feel a crunch at the lower abdomen. Feel the belly pull in strong here. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Place the foot down, or both feet down, if you will, and fold forward over the legs, feeling a stretch in the back body. Knees are bending slightly here. Good. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And arms come down. Go ahead and take your feet about shoulder width apart. And take your left arm up and over. With your right hand, reach up and grab the left wrist and traction upward first. Good. Then after a breath or two, go ahead and tilt the rib cage, just the rib cage to the right. Notice I'm not throwing this into my hip here. It's really the rib cage that's tilting. Deep breaths. Good. Then come back up, release the arms for a moment, but only for a moment. Go ahead and take the right arm up and over. Left hand comes up and grabs the wrist and traction upwards first. And then go ahead and tilt the rib cage gently to the left. Feeling a stretch in the right ribs. Breathe. Good. Coming back up and go ahead and release the arms down. Good. Rolling the shoulders back a few times. Rolling the shoulders forward a few times. Good. So we're going to do some work next to help strengthen the back. So let me demonstrate what it is first, and then I'll have you do it. So I'll bring my feet to stack underneath my hips, or a nice steady stance here. And then I'll take my arms up by my ears. Now, to the best of my ability, I'm going to keep my arms up by my ears, not forward. All right. So taking a deep breath in. With the exhale, I'm going to sink down into chair pose. Then I'll bring the chest to the thighs, fingertips graze the floor. Then I'll pull back with my thumbs directionally, coming back up to chair, and then straighten the legs. Okay, so one flow, it looks like bending, touch, back up, and up. Really strengthening the back here and the shoulders as well. So go ahead and join me. We'll do like 5 or 6. So feet stacking underneath the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Hinge at the hips, fingertips down, come down to graze the floor, and then pull back, reverse it. Come back into chair, and then straighten the legs. Again, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, fingers touch, pull back, and up. It's really good for your lower back. Bending the knees, chair pose. Once you're in chair, fold, then pull away and stand up. Again, bend, fold, touch, up, and up. Let's do 2 more. Bend, fold, touch, back up, and up. 1 more time. You can do it. Bend the knees, fold, touch, back up, and straighten the knees. Release the arms on down. Please interlace the fingers at the lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms off the back as much as you can. Bend the knees just gently here, and then fold at the hips. And lift the arms off the back as much as they'll go, even if it's not too far. The real goal is to squeeze the shoulder blades together and let the shoulders slip up towards your neck. Good. In the forward fold, go ahead and release the arms. Palms to shins, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, nice strong back coming all the way up. And release the arms on down. Good. Feel free to hydrate. All right. So I think we're ready for our sun salutation. So go ahead and step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Again, have your feet about hip width apart. Bring your palms together at your heart. And close the eyes for a moment. Before we start moving, we're going to ground in again. So first, find your breath flowing in and out. And feel your feet on the floor. And just for about 3 rounds, inhale, imagine the breath coming up through the feet all the way to the top of your head. Exhale, feel the breath moving down the body and back out into the floor. Inhale, the breath comes up. And exhale, it moves down. Inhale, it flows up. And exhale, it flows down. Good, let's add the breath or the movement. Inhale, sweep the arms down, back and up. Exhale, bend both knees, chair prep, sweep the arms behind you. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up into chair pose. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach up, straighten the legs. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Palms to shins, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold down, and please step your right foot way back. Bring your back foot flat to the floor with the toes pointing forward about 45 degrees, prepping for warrior one tonight. The right hip rounds forward, bend the left knee nice and strong, sweep the arms forward and peel the chest away from the thigh, coming into warrior one. Good. Staying here for a few breaths on this first round, just kind of getting used to it. We'll also just check in with alignment. Again, the back foot is flat on the floor, toes pointing forward slightly, and you're grounding through the pinky edge of that foot. Right hip rounds forward, front knee is bending. Good. With your next inhale, straighten the left knee, and then gently fold over the left leg. Stay for the inhale. And with your exhale, gently step back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards your waist. Bring your chest to the floor and release the hips. Good. Cobra pose. Lift the head and chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under. Push up and back into downward facing dog. Good. In down dog, lift the right leg nice and high. And exhale, step the right foot forward. Help it through if it doesn't make it all the way. Back foot flat on the floor. Again, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. Nice bend to the front knee. Then inhale, sweep the arms forward, peel the chest away from the thigh. Coming into warrior one on the second side. Good. Staying for a few breaths, checking with alignment. Back foot's flat on the floor, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. Left hip is rounding forward. Front knee is bending. Good. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold over the right leg. Stay for an inhale. And exhale, step the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Pressing palms to shins, come halfway up here. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Okay, we'll make it more flowy this time. With your next inhale, sweep the arms down, back and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. And exhale down. Please step your left foot back this time, back foot flat, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. Bend the front knee and come on in to warrior one. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the right knee, and exhale, fold over it. Deep breath in. And exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, chest press. Release the hips. Grounding the pelvis, this time we'll come into locust pose. Head, chest, and legs lift. Inhale. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, push up, and back. Downward dog. Once you're there in down dog, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward, help it through. Back foot flat again, toes pointing forward. Nice bend to the left knee. Inhale, warrior one. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, fold over it. Deep breath in. And exhale, step the right foot forward. Palms to shins here. And exhale, fold. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, come all the way up, inhale. And palms to the heart. We're going to keep it flowing. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, chair prep, chair pose. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold forward. Palms to shins. And down, right foot steps, prepping for warrior one. Bend the front knee, come on up. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, fold over it. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands and knees, inhale. Chest press, exhale, release the hips. Just cobra, just the head and chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under, push up and back, downward dog. Beautiful. Right leg lifts once you're there. Exhale, step the right foot forward, help it through. Back foot flat, warrior one, come on up. Good, straighten the knee and fold over it. Deep breath in and exhale, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale down. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up, inhale. We're gonna go right into the next round. Bend the knees, sweep the arms back. Good, chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway up. And down, left foot back, left foot. Bend the front knee, warrior one. Good, straighten the knee and fold over it, please. Deep breath in here. Downward facing dog, exhale. Hands and knees to chest press, inhale. Exhale. Ground the pelvis, we'll do locust pose. Head, chest, and the legs lift. And down. Curl the toes under, push up, and back downward facing dog. Once you're there, the left leg lifts and steps, help it through. Back foot flat, warrior one, come on up. Good, straighten the knee, fold over it. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Halfway up again, inhale. Exhale down. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Again, bend the knees, chair prep, chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway up and down. Step the right foot back, back foot flat, warrior one. Good, straighten the knee and fold over it. Inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Good, hands and knees to chest press. Inhale. Exhale, release the hips. Just cobra, head and chest, inhale. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, push up and back. Downward facing dog again. Lift the right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Back foot flat, warrior one. Come on up. Beautiful. Straighten the knee and fold over it. Deep breath in and step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale down. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. One more round, bend the knees, sweep it back. Chair prep, chair pose. Stay in chair pose this time. Breathe in chair pose. Good, inhale, straighten the knees, reach. Exhale, folding forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Please step the left foot back. Bend the front knee, come on up. Let's stay in warrior one for a few breaths. Not too long, but we've been working hard at this pose. Let's just feel it for a moment. Good. Inhale, straighten the knee, and exhale, fold down over it. We're going to stay here for a few breaths as well. And if the floor is feeling far away, you can bring your hands onto the leg. If you have yoga blocks, you could bring your hands onto yoga blocks too. You also don't have to keep the knee straight. The leg can bend slightly. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come down onto hands and knees. Exhale, chest press. And release the hips, hands under the shoulders. We're going to do locust pose, and we're going to stay again for a few breaths. So grounding your pelvis. Inhale, lift the head, chest, and the legs. Breathe here. Squeeze the elbows in. Lift the inner thighs toward the ceiling behind you. Breathe. Inhale to your highest point. And exhale, slowly lower down. Go ahead, take an adjusting breath. And let's come into down dog again, curling the toes under, pushing up and back. Let's stay in down dog a few breaths too. That's kind of the theme of this last round. You can bend your knees a bit more and really shoot the hips toward the ceiling behind you. Think about lengthening your spine more than you already are. Good. All right, lift the left leg when you're ready. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through, help it forward. Back foot flat. Let's come on up. Warrior one. Last one. Sinking in and staying for a few breaths. Breathing for a few breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, fold over it. Feel that stretch in the back of the left leg. Good. All right. When you're ready, go ahead and step the right foot forward. Standing forward fold, pressing palms to shins, lengthen the spine forward, reaching forward with the crown of the head, and then exhale, fold down just a little bit deeper. Good, let's do that again. Inhale halfway up, and exhale, fold. One more time, halfway up. Exhale, fold. And just staying here in the forward fold for about 3 deep, deep breaths. Good. With your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Feel sensation here. Notice what's happening in your body, in your mind, how you're feeling energetically, tired, excited, something in between. All right. Good job with that. I'm going to ask you now to please take a wide stance on your yoga mat. And for this exercise, the toes are pointing directly forward or pigeon toeing even slightly. Just don't have them out to the sides. It's going to help protect the body a bit more. Good. So from your wide leg stance, we'll just start in a forward fold. So hinge at the hips, fold the body down. Knees can bend slightly here. And if the floor is feeling far away, you can always bring your hands onto yoga blocks if you have them nearby. If not, if you're comfortable hanging forward, you just can, or maybe the hands come onto the legs for support. All right. So either hands on the floor or blocks. And if you do not have a block and you can't reach the floor, just bend your knees until you can touch the floor. All right. That's kind of how we're going to work with this. And then from this forward fold, walk your hands toward your right foot, reaching through the left hand and arm. Now, especially in this pose, it's okay for the right knee to bend. Now, once you're reaching to the right, think about your right chest rolling away from the thigh, the left chest rolling closer to the right thigh. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and walk your hands back to center. Take an adjusting breath here. And then we'll do the other side. So it's okay to bend both knees, but especially the left one for this case. Walk your hands to the left, reaching through the right hand. Breathe. And like on the other side, if you're feeling like you can do this, just pull the left chest away from the left thigh. Roll the right chest toward the left thigh. Breathe. Good. Walking the hands back to center. Folding forward and center for a moment. Take another symmetrical pose. Good. And then inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And release the arms down. Go ahead and step the feet together and feel sensation. Good. All right, so starting to bring our energy down to the ground. Step to the top of your mat and fold forward. And after you feel good in the forward fold, you can stay a little bit longer if you'd like to, but when you're ready, step back to downward facing dog. And again, stay in down dog as long as you'd like. When you're ready to move on, float down onto hands and knees and sink back into child's pose. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and come up to a seat and bring your legs out in front of you and come on to your back for our next series of exercises. It's not time to rest just yet, but we are getting closer. So taking your time coming onto the floor, when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. And it might even feel good to gently rock from side to side on the spine, just massaging the muscles along the spine and to the floor, especially if they're feeling something. If they're feeling tight, if they're feeling sore. Good. All right. Please bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, prepping for bridge pose. And for now, your arms can just stay down by your sides. So pressing the feet into the floor with your next inhale, lift the hips, press the pelvis up. And exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. We'll do that again. Inhale, lifting the hips up. And exhale, slowly lowering them back down. We're going to change this up just slightly now. Go ahead and lift the hips, inhale. As you exhale, come down, but don't let the hips touch the floor. Come like right before that point, and then go back up. This keeps the lower back muscles and the glutes engaged. Coming back down again, don't touch the floor, but almost. Inhale back up. We'll do about three more. Please continue. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time. Inhale up. And exhale all the way down. Good. Please bring the soles of the feet together in butterfly, keeping the pinky edge of the feet, pinky toe edge, I should say, on the floor. The knees are out to the sides, your arms are by your sides. Let's do butterfly bridge. So pressing the pinky edge of the feet into the floor, go ahead and lift the hips up. And exhale, lower the hips down. Now, what you might have noticed from that first round is the hips are wobbling. Try to stabilize that. Engage the core, engage the glutes, and try to come up like the hips are an elevator going straight up. So sliding up. and sliding down, just doing as much as you can to stabilize, even if you have to slow the movement down a bunch. And just keep going, trying to stabilize the hips from wobbling. This is where we notice the asymmetries in the body. I'm sure one glute or one side of your lower back is stronger than the other. Let's do one more. Elevator goes up and elevator comes back down. Good. Keeping the soles of the feet together, bring the feet closer to your body. So scoop them up, and your hands can come down and hold on to your shins, maybe your ankles. For those of you with really open lower backs or long arms, you might be able to hold on to the pinky edge of the feet. But just get a connection and draw the feet in toward your body. Let the knees go out to the side and just feel that stretch in the hips and in your lower back. And if you do notice your lower back scooping up off the floor like this, it's okay that that's happening. Just maybe create a little bit of resistance in the hands and the feet and draw the tailbone back down to the floor. Feel it roll back down directionally. It might not actually get all the way there, but you're creating some of that resistance. And that'll actually give you a nice release in your lower back. And we breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Keep hold of your right knee, take your left leg down to the floor. Breathing here for a moment. And then taking your right knee into your left hand, your right arm just falls out to the side. And then draw your right knee across the body toward the floor on your left side, coming into a nice twist. Your right arm and shoulder just hang back behind you. And your chin can turn to the right as well. And again, we breathe. We'll stay for about 2 more breaths. And then inhale, carefully unwind. Extend your right leg down to the floor. Notice sensation in your body. Probably makes you want to do the other side. So let's give that a try. Keep your right leg extending down. Bring your left knee in. And we stayed here for a breath or two on the first side, just feeling the stretch in the hips. So do that. And then when you're ready, take the left knee into the right hand. The left arm hangs out next to you. And then draw the left knee across the body toward the floor on your right side. The left arm and shoulder hang back behind you and turn your chin to the left if that feels okay. We're going to stay a while. We stayed for about 8 to 10 breaths on the first side. Just settle in. No rush here. Just a couple more breaths. And then inhale, carefully unwind and release the left leg down to the floor. Again, feel sensation. We're gonna do a couple more postures. Don't get too comfortable just yet. Hmm. But when you're ready, go ahead and bring your feet flat to the floor again. Heels underneath your knees. And then once you're there, walk your feet away from your body about 6 more inches and have your feet as wide apart as your yoga mat. And through this next exercise, keep the feet mat width apart. All right, don't bring them close together. Good. Your arms can hang out to the sides, and then drop your knees to the right. Inhale. Exhale, ground your lower back to the floor and bring the knees back to center. And then inhale, knees to the left. Exhale again, ground your lower back to the floor, bring the knees back to center. And then inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left. And just keep going from side to side on your breath. Just feeling the femur head loose in the hip socket. This is also a psoas stretch, which is that big wraparound muscle from your lower back. It wraps around the side of the body and forward into the groin. So it just helps to loosen that up. That can get really tight sometimes, especially if we're sitting a bunch. So keep going from side to side. Inhale to a side, exhale to center. Inhale to a side, exhale to center. Just a little bit longer. All right, when you're ready, drop the knees to the right and stay. Good. Feel your left knee heavy. And you can stay right here if you'd like to. I'm just going to give you another option if you want to take this to another place. So you can take your right ankle, the one that's on the right side, that's on the floor underneath the left knee. You can place it gently on top of the left knee or around the top of the, or kind of where the thigh connects to the knee. And that just pulls the left femur more, it kind of just tractions it more out of the hip, just giving you just a bit of a deeper stretch here. But if all that's too confusing, just stay back where you were at. Good. If you do have the right ankle on top of the knee, go ahead and release it. We'll all come back to center and then we'll prep for the other side. So take your time, but when you're ready, drop the knees to the left. And this time you're feeling your right knee heavy. It's kind of drawing downward to the floor. Again, that idea of tractioning the femur, the right thigh, if you will, out of the right hip. And if you'd like to do the second part, this time the left ankle rests just on top of the right knee. And it might work for you, it might not. It might be too much for you. It might not. And just because you did it on one side does not mean you have to do it on the other. So be gentle with yourself and breathe. Always breathing. Good. If the ankle's on top of the knee, go ahead and release it. We'll all come back to center and hug knees into chest. Good. And from here, we'll transition into what's called happy baby pose. Some of you know this one. And so you're going to, with your knees still bent, point the soles of the feet toward the ceiling. And so the knees kind of come out to the side a little bit here. Now, with your respective hand, you'll reach up and hold on to the outside or pinky edge of each foot. Good. And so the knees are tractioning just outside of your armpits, and you're pulling the feet downward. You're pulling the legs downward. Now, like butterfly earlier, your lower back is probably popping up off the floor. That's okay. But you can do the same work here, whereas as you pull down on the feet, you're curling the tailbone back down to the floor, tractioning the lower back again, just giving yourself a bit more of a release in that area of the body. Deep breaths, please. And so feel free to stay in this pose for a couple more breaths if you'd like to. If you feel done, you can release the feet and hug the knees into your chest. And if you're not hugging your knees into your chest yet, please transition there. And as you feel complete here, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor. And have your heels about met width apart, toes flopping out to the side, and arms resting by your sides. And make any additional movements to be comfortable here on your back for a few minutes. Feeling yourself settle in, feeling yourself begin to let go. The physical work, I should say, is done. Now is the time to rest. And as you rest, reminding yourself that you have intentionally set this time aside to not have to do anything. So don't feel like you have to do anything. Letting your eyes close if they haven't already, and becoming aware of the breath. And imagining that the breath is moving in and out of the soles of your feet. And so as you inhale, the breath moves up the body through the legs, through the torso to the top of your head. And as you exhale, the breath moves back down the body and out of the soles of the feet. Inhale, the breath moves up the body toward the top of the head. And exhale, the breath moves back down and out the soles of the feet. And just continue to see that movement in your mind's eye. The breath moving up and down the body. peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, making gentle movements in hands and feet, your arms, legs, bringing your body back, bringing your awareness back. And as you feel ready, gently roll to your right side, slowly making your way up to a comfortable seat. And if you're still making your way to a seat, continue to go at your own pace. But if you're here, bring your palms together and lower your chin. And honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. And really feel gratitude for all the work you did, for your ability to rest, however much you were able to, just really honoring your part in this. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until next time, namaste.